on today's session as we yap. Today's session or today's topic is going to be about movie adaptations.
Do we hate it or not?
So, you know how nowadays every movie, not really every movie, but like a lot of movies are being remade from books.
A lot of movies these days are coming out, and they're not necessarily
Bad.
they're not necessarily bad, but are we losing the touch? Are we losing it a little bit? Are we? Could we?
I feel like they're saturating us with too much books and too many like adaptations. It doesn't even have to be just books. There are lots of them are even like movies, accessory. I mean, they are overwhelming us with a lot of books, novels, comics, things like that. It's becoming too much. Genuinely, I'm here for a lot of them because some of them have been really good. Others, not so much. But like,
Are we overdoing it?
I feel like we
Are we
are.
starting to overdo it?
I feel like we are.
We are. These days, there's just been a lot of movies that come out, which is great, awesome, love that for us. But at the same time, most of these movies coming out are usually repeated movies, part twos, part threes of movies you've seen back in the past. Recently, Legally Blonde is coming out as a show. Recently, there's been a movie made about this like sci-fi movie, Hail Mary. Something.
Oh, Hail Mary, yeah.
And it's just been a whole lot. So many movies are coming out these days, and we're like, did some of these movies deserve to come out? Not gonna lie, like I know these authors deserve their chance to have their publicity,
and their books made into adaptations, and some of them are really good.
Really good.
Like,
love that for you guys.
Obviously, I cannot deny the fact that Disney has done quite a bit of a job with live actions. Like, I know a lot of people hated or have mixed feelings about like the Mulan adaptation, but at the same time, I personally enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy like the drastic change. Everybody knows the drastic change of that was included in that particular movie, but I like the fact that they wanted to bring Mulan to life. But I feel like they have decided that everybody loves the live actions, whether they like it or they don't. Like, at one point, after everybody is like, oh, we didn't really want to have a live action, but we get a live action, they watch the live action and we end up eating it up. So Disney is thinking like, okay, let's continue with the train. Let's make Tiana, let's make Rapunzel and the likes. You know, everybody has already talked about that. But it's the fact that it's not just Disney. Like, okay, take for example, there's the Avatar, The Last Airbender, also came back for a series, which I'm not mad at. I'm not. But I also feel like when you decided to bring out the movie like the of Eng and them when they were older, I feel like you should have just allowed that to be it, as opposed to there's also the fact that we have the show, the live action version of the show that is following their younger selves when we're about to make a movie following their older selves.
Yes.
And the movie that is in their older selves is the cartoon version.
Yeah.
And then we are seeing the live action version of their younger selves. Isn't that a bit too much? Isn't that redundant? Like, granted, the fans like ourselves love this. We love the publicity. We love the hype that we're getting for Avatar: The Last Airbender. But I feel like they should have just kept it at one. I'm not mad at the live action, but I feel like now that there's going to be another movie of them when they're older, they should have continued the hype around them being older, as opposed to the fact that we're literally rewatching their younger selves again in live action.
So basically, we're getting it back and forth.
Exactly.
Then when they're younger, then when they're older, then when they're young. It's at some point we have to ask ourselves, can't we just make new movies?
Can't we make new movies?
Are we doing too much with this? Because Hollywood has the tendency to overdo things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yep. That's literally their
movie
motto.
Blew up, let's make another one that blew up, and another one, and another one, and another one. But at the same time, are we? You know, we the fans are obviously going to eat that a lot, right?
Yeah.
We're going to have that and enjoy that. But how many more of these movies? How many? I know there are countless of books, countless out there. But are we only just going to sit down and watch the remade version of the book?
Yeah.
We've read the book, like it's the same thing with Wuthering Heights. Did that movie really deserve to come out?
No.
Did it deserve to come out?
No.
And there are a lot of talks about how people don't really like the casting or the choice of where the movie went into and all that kind of stuff.
I'm one of those people.
We're going to get into
I
that
love Margot
because
Robbie. I do. I do. Jacob, he's all right. But like, I'm one of those people that will stand on the hill that says they didn't need to be the ones casted for the movie Wuthering Heights, and they also shouldn't have just made a Wuthering Heights movie, especially if you're going to make it
yeah,
drastically different from the actual
that's
book.
it. That's it. Some of these movies don't need to be coming. If you're going to bring them out, at the very least, give us the cast members that at least resemble the characters. I'm talking based on book characters, right? Imagine if there's this book that comes out, the girl is supposed to have blonde hair, blue eyes, but you're giving us a brunette with brown eyes. You've completely given us somebody that is drastically different from our imagination.
Or worst of all, someone that's like damn right emo, playing the role of somebody that's like poppy, sunny, summery, and then you give us emo Wednesday.
Like some of these movies don't deserve to come out if you're not going to give us what we're asking for.
tit for tat.
At the very least, don't give us something what or you're going to give us half-ass.
Yeah,
I know you can't put like a 50-page book, 50 chapters of a book. You can't fit it all in either in a movie or a show. You have to cut down things and add more things to make it more
yeah,
interesting. And totally understand that. But at the same time, you can't give us something so lackluster and expect us to be happy about it.
yeah.
These days there are so many movies coming out about different books. Love you, Colin Hoover. Love you, girl. But still, the casting choices for these characters are not the same as what we've already been told that these characters look like. Imagine reading a book and he's supposed to have black hair, but why is he, like a blonde?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
And then if we're going to talk about not just the casting, we're also going to talk about the aspects of the book that mean a lot. And then you take it out of the book just because it might not fit in the movie. Like, I don't know how much say the authors get in whenever their books are getting remade, but I don't like the fact that it almost feels like the adaptation waters down the depth of the movie.
Yes,
That happened in
yes.
Wuthering Heights. I remember hearing about how they said, I've never read the book Wuthering Heights, but I remember I followed the storyline of like the adaptation of the movie and how many people, like the discourse around it, because a lot of people didn't like how drastically different it was. People mentioned about how Heathcliff's character was not supposed to be some round figure character, just overly sexualized and obsessed with Margot Robbie's character, blah
I
blah
heard
blah
some people
blah.
talk about how the movie should have centered around Kathy because it seemed like it was centered around her rather than the entire love story.
Exactly. And then it wasn't, a lot of people had to say that it wasn't even a love story. Like, it was a very tragic story. Like, Heathcliff's character was not supposed to be centered around making money so that he can come back and claim her and things like that. Like, there was a lot about Heathcliff's character we never got to hear about. A lot of things we did not get to hear about from the father, who the movie just said like he died of like drunkenness. And mind you, another thing that I don't really like is a little bit off topic, but I don't really like how in movies they push a certain narrative, not so subtly, by the way. Like, there was a scene in Wuthering Heights where they showed when Margot Robbie's character came to see her dying dad, and there was a heap of bottles of alcohol bottles, so that you would know that, oh, he died of um overdosing on alcohol or from lung failure, kidney failure, the heck the likes, you know. But it's the fact that they didn't, like, her actual dad in the movie, in the book, sorry, died more worse than that. But like, you putting that heap of alcohol, you didn't even attempt to make it seem as if that was not a problem. You just put it like that. Oh yeah, this is how he died. Like, you're not going to tell anybody. Like, there's supposed to be something. I don't know. I just feel like this happens in a lot of movies. Whenever they just throw a lot of things that are more meaningful than this, and they make it seem so played down. They make it seem like it's not that serious. Yeah, okay, he died of alcohol, but like, and yeah, don't forget he cliffs and I go, like, you don't even pay attention to the plot you just threw in our faces, the
Yes.
bomb you just threw in our face.
It's like they have this big gift,
Yeah,
but instead of giving us the big one, you're giving us the smaller one, and you're like, you expect us to accept that, to be happy with that,
yeah,
and then you're surprised when the back people get like the movie now gets backlash because people are unsatisfied with what they saw. It's like if I'm paying for something, I'd rather get my money's worth
yeah.
rather than just like watching it at home or something, or
Or just
like
reading the
not watching it
book.
at all, or watching spoilers on TikTok. Like the main problem with these movie adaptations is the difference.
Yeah.
Sometimes you choose whatever the heck you feel like taking from the book or wherever you're getting the adaptation from. You take just a little bit and put that little bit in the movie and give us the main plot is now watered down more than the original book of what we were
Yeah.
expecting. Same thing with Wuthering Heights. Same thing with a bunch of other movies. Like, how good are these adaptations if you're not giving us what is granted? I remember watching How to Train Your Dragon,
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon, and the live action came out and they gave us everything word for word, phrase after phrase, funny joke after funny joke,
Delivered exactly to the T as it was in
from
the
A
cartoon.
to Z,
Mm-hmm.
as it was from the cartoon to the movie, live action movie.
Yeah.
Yet people were still unsatisfied. Truly, you guys have issues,
To be
okay?
very honest, like
Some
this
of
is
you
why they
people
say
have
that you
issues.
can't please people. You should never strive to please people. Because personally, I enjoyed the fact that the movie came out and gave us word for word what came out in the cartoon, because you're just showing us that
Yeah.
this was what they look like as CGI characters. This is
But
what they look
now,
like as human beings. This is what they will
yeah.
feel like. This is what they will seem like. Like, I remember some people were talking about how, like, you can't mimic the facial expressions of a cartoon character, of an animation character,
No.
as a human being, and duh, obviously you can't. Is the fact that the what they call it again, the human actors and actresses, they were supposed to try and show you the realism of these characters, the realism of their roles, things like that. I preferred it. I really liked it. And then people are like, you can't win both sides. You can't say that you want them to give you exactly what you're
Original,
looking for
yeah.
from the original, and then come back and say, but I didn't expect them to give me exactly word for word what was said in the movie.
You people have issues. You have issues. Some people have issues. Like, you should be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Because if you're asking for, oh, we want a movie that's this and that, this and that, this and that, but when the movie comes out and all of a sudden it's not to the T what you wanted, or it is to the T what you wanted, and I'm like, well, you see, what I said was,
But what I meant was,
I know producing a movie isn't easy.
yeah,
Directing, casting,
writing.
doing everything, making the budget, everything. I know that's not easy, but I feel like we're starting to lose too much. It's like that saying again: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, I feel like we're falling short of taking risks.
Yeah.
We are no longer
Creative.
of the movie industry is no longer creative enough to try and make a new movie from scratch. Granted, there are movies from scratch, like that movie with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That movie, sure. I'm not saying give us 90s rom-coms back, give us early
I
2000s
mean,
rom-coms back.
technically, we
You
do
should.
really want that.
You really should.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you're going to give something from scratch, don't make it so black and white.
Yes.
Don't make it seem like this is centered, this is this thing, this is this thing, nothing else. Nothing else.
Expand it. Give us a little bit of more. Like, give us some sauce, some whimsy, some je ne sais quoi. Like,
Yeah, like make
seriously.
movies for movie's sake.
Yes.
There are a lot of thousands of movies out there that have this uniqueness to it simply because it's just a movie for you to be entertained with.
Nothing
It
more.
doesn't necessarily have to bring in billions.
Yeah.
It just has to be enough to satisfy the watcher,
Yeah.
the viewer. Like, I remember this movie, I watched this movie, Mrs. Doubtfire. It's a very good movie, actually. And in that movie, there was nothing really. There's a lot of significance to the movie. Like, you obviously relate to the characters, but that's it. These days, we can barely relate to the characters.
Yep.
We can barely relate to the characters. Like, how many of these movies, like that movie with the late Dakota Johnson?
Okay.
Sorry, that movie with Dakota Johnson, the new one that came out. Can we really relate to you?
No.
Can we really relate to the characters?
And don't get me started. Like, she tried to make us relate to the character, but no.
If you don't sell us this character that you want us to fall in love with, how are we going to be convinced that this is what we want to be seeing?
Yeah.
For example, nobody, like I said, nobody's taking risk anymore. Like, nobody they're all looking for the next blockbuster, the next thing that's going to make money. So you're making Legally Blonde Part Two because we that brought in a lot of money back in the past.
Then we can cash
That
in
brought a
on the
lot of
fact that
fans in
the
the
fans will
past.
come back.
The
The
fans will
fans
come
and their
back.
kids will come back.
Like, so you're giving us Devil Wears Prada too, which is fine. I love that.
I love that. I love
But I'm
that.
just saying, don't rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Just because you know that it already worked before. Honestly, take the formula instead of just the exact product back. Like if people enjoy the mean boss and relatability of the witty what's her name, Anne, as her assistant, the fact that she never backed down, things like that, use that and create a new movie. It's still happening. Like I remember there was this movie, I've forgotten her name.
What movie?
The movie where she wanted to own her own museum and she was working with this the it was a pilot movie, not really a pilot movie, the where she was on the plane and she met her love interest on the plane. Forgotten it.
Oh.
Upgraded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. So in Upgraded, that was like a
Breath of fresh air.
yeah, it was a breath of fresh air. It was like a new version of the Devil Wears Prada because her boss was also strict as heck. Her boss also did not to like her, but she used her boss's connections and she uses her boss's like her job to boost her own joy for her job. It makes her want more of the future that she wants for herself, for her dream, things like that. They still gave us a rom-com in between, and like that's what I mean. They used the formula of the Devil Wears Prada and they remade it in Upgraded. I personally enjoyed that movie. Like you said, it was a breath of fresh air. Why aren't we seeing more movies like that? You saw the Devil Wears Prada, you enjoyed it. You said, let me make my own. I prefer that than for you to give me the Devil Wears Prada too. Take for example the book sorry, After. Oh my gosh, everybody has already spoken about After, and I'm not about to
Oh my
overdo the
goodness.
After thing because I hated After. I'm sorry. Anybody that loved After, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's you, babe. That's you. But like, After was another thing. The way they milked After dry just because they knew it
One,
already worked
two,
before.
three.
No. 4, 5. No.
That's it. You're literally milking it
No.
dry. Like, how many more? Do we really need to see more of these characters that you've already showed us in our face that they're toxic?
Yeah.
Imagine it's like watching something over and over. You know that this is trashy, but you're still giving it to us. You still expect us to come back every time you release part one and two and three. You still expect us to keep coming back for four, five, six. Coming back to that book, the book adaptation one.
Yeah.
There's a book that I don't know if it was a book adaptation of campus recently came out.
Oh yeah, it is a book. It came from a book.
That shows creativity.
Yes, it does.
It shows creativity, but at the same time, there's another book that also came out, Reminders of Him.
Yeah.
How many more of these? Again, I'm very happy for the authors that are getting publicity like this. They're getting noticed like this. I'm really happy for you guys. But would it become too much?
Yeah.
How many? If you think, oh, it worked. This movie that was we adapted into from a book, it worked. It gave us the money and the recognition we needed. Let's make another one, another one, another one. Do we really, 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 really need this? Be afraid to take risks. Be creative. Again, we barely have original movies. That's why people are here on social media crying for an original rom-com story, an original movie,
And that's why they think they are smart by trying to come back with a movie adaptation of a rom-com book that is already doing pretty well.
that you enjoy the book, so you enjoy the movie. But sometimes, like I said before, there's a difference. You either give us the person we're not rooting for, you give us a character, an actor that's meant to play this character of someone that we love. But the person playing the character we love is far from our mind space. I did not think this character was going to be a black man, but you gave me a black man when I read that he was a Caucasian man,
Yeah.
a Mexican man. I'm not talking about in race or anything. I just mean in the sense of
Description.
if I wanted a blonde hair, if I read a book about blonde hair, green eyes, I want to see blonde hair, green eyes. Tango. Let's get into that. Live action Tango is coming out.
I actually hope they continue to delay the production and the release of that movie until they get it right.
They should. They should.
Because we're not just looking for someone who can sing. We're not just looking for someone who was blonde. Because if that were the case, you're already rejecting Sabrina Carpenter. But like, anyways, I digress. There are so many other blonde and green-eyed actresses they could
Actresses,
have
yes.
chosen who also know how to sing.
Younger,
I feel like they should have brought
younger
in,
actresses.
yeah, emphasis on the
I
younger,
don't want to see someone who's like,
pushing 30.
no offense,
No offense. You still look
but
really good.
the role you're playing is meant to be
A
a teenager,
16-year-old girl, like, mind
17,
you.
18. Like, I know they did all that with like Archie, and he was meant to be a teenager, but
Ah.
he's in real life, he's like not a teenager, obviously.
I mean, obviously.
But
I remember the time when
sometimes
he
it
was filming, I
works.
think he was 30. I
Yeah.
think he had just clocked 30 when he was filming
Sometimes it
Riverdale.
works. Like, if they still look like a teenager, they can still pass as a teenager. That's fine. But stay within your limits, okay? Please don't push it. Don't push it.
And then, like, the dude playing, what's his name? Flynn Rider. Perfect. I have
is
no
the perfect
questions.
Flynn.
I have no
He's
qualms.
my
I have
Flynn.
no problems.
He's my Flynn. If you have any problems with him, I'm sorry.
You take it up with us.
Go like drink a shot or something. But
Yeah. Go sit in the corner.
he's my perfect Flynn. My perfect Flynn.
But like, now that they want to remake it, like, we will definitely come back. So instead of Disney saying, let's make a new movie,
Yes,
you
yes.
decided let's remake the live action version of
Since
a
they
movie that
enjoyed
already
it
did
before,
really
they enjoy
good.
it now.
Like, obviously, if you checked YouTube right now, people are still playing the songs, people are still rewatching the movie, people are still going to the cinema or downloading it, and watching it on Disney Plus, wherever the likes they can get their hands on, even us. But like, it doesn't mean that just because we are over obsessed with this particular movie doesn't mean we're not going to take something new. That's why I said take the formula, don't just give us the repeat. We will come back for the live action. I know I will. But it doesn't mean that I'm excited for you to keep repeating these things. Like, I want to see something new. I want to see a new princess. I want to see a new storyline. I want to see a new girl.
Something
Is she
so
going to be
unique.
modern? Is she not? Like, what storyline is going to follow? The fact that there are so many other novels depicting versions of their own Disney princesses, or in taking inspiration from the Disney princesses by creating their own princess, or people who are just creating different characters, new, fresh. I want to see that. I want to see new
Yes.
characters. I want to see new main characters. I want to see new actors and actresses, because don't get
Yes.
me wrong,
You need
don't
to see
even get
fresh
me started.
faces.
There are so many fresh faces that have not yet come mainstream.
Yes.
And I feel like if you don't give them the opportunity to at least
shine.
act in one movie, whether it becomes mainstream or not, that might just become like a movie that is getting close to becoming mainstream. Where are they going to get the opportunity? Where do you want them to go elsewhere? Like, personally, I want to see fresh faces again. I don't care if there's like one face that we've already recognized before. I don't mind, because I know that that's like publicity hunting. Fans of this particular actor or actress would love to see them, and they would love to ride for them when they come back for a new movie, especially actors or actresses that haven't gone to movies or acted in a movie in a while. I get that, but I want to see the new ones first. I want them to be the main characters. I want them to be the stars. I want you to build a story centered around new people.
Yes, and new storylines. Like, we need new movies. I feel like the movie industry is just getting really lazy. You guys are getting really lazy.
And
Like,
that's why,
don't be afraid to produce a movie. Like, I know everybody talk about money these days and talk about how we need a big budget to film this and that, but like, don't be afraid to take risks and give us something completely new, because at the end of the day, some people, I don't know about other people, but I would appreciate something new. I appreciate a new storyline. There are thousands of stories. Anything. Be creative. Be imaginative. Think of
it
something.
makes you wonder, what does their creative room look like? Are they just all staring at the room thinking, it'll come to me? It'll come to me in, like, I just need a couple more cups of coffee and maybe a rewatch of my favorite movie. What if we do that? Let's remake one of my favorite movies. Like, no.
Yeah, like,
No.
the remake is fine. It's just don't overdo it to the point where that's all you're producing these days. More book adaptations are coming out. Off Campus recently came out, and it was really nice.
I really
I
love the
watched the
hype
episode, and it
around
was
off
really,
campus. I really love it because it goes to show
yeah,
you how much people want something new, people want something fresh.
fresh.
Like for those who've never read the off campus book, like myself, upon watching the show, it feels like you're watching it afresh. You're not missing anything. You're enjoying the witty cringiness of it all. Personally, the thing I love the most about that book is the fact that it feels like old Wattpad days. It feels like something like a teen in her 15-year-old self in her bedroom was writing about a joke she saw one time in her high school, things like that. I really, really love that. And it's something that reminds you how you can't actually get tired of the high school slash college romances. You
No,
can't.
you
They
just
can
give
be
us something
rewritten in
different.
many different ways. Just give us something different. This hockey romance now, which is already something that has been really enjoyed by you book talkers,
Yeah,
like I understand you guys really love it. Even you genuinely love like
love
hockey
it
books.
down, love
So
it
obviously
down.
this is something people would enjoy. And it's not there are not a lot of rom-com and hockey based movies that are really enjoyable by fans. Not just those who love novels, like they are not enough for those who just like movies. And the fact that this is a show makes it even better. We're going to expect more. And that's something I don't really like about remakes and movie adaptations slash show adaptations is the fact that if you changed one thing, it's so likely to be cancelled. I remember when Faith the Ring saga came out. At first, I was like, you should have left Wings Club alone. Like, amongst all the movies and things you wanted to take
Yes,
away or make a live action,
yes.
you should have left Wings Club alone. At least if you're going to do it, then do it well, come correct. The sparkles, the transitions, the whatever. We didn't get that though. I'm still very pissed about that. But it's the fact that when they came back for season two, and they did so much better in season two than they did in season one, they ended it. Why? When we were just getting used to it, when it was something new and was something fresh, and we were enjoying this more than of the other things you were already giving us. Now that's off campus, and I really do not want them to have to take this away for one
Yes,
small reason or the
yes.
other. They should keep the momentum. In fact, increase the momentum. If you started
Okay,
this well, end the show well, and come back with more. I'm not
bring
saying
back more
like bring another
episodes
movie though, or
or
bring
book
another book,
adaptation.
sorry, that is like this or whatever. I just feel like take the fact that people are ready to see something new, take the fact that people are ready to experience something fresh, and make something new and fresh. Like I want to see something new. I've said it throughout this whole episode, but that's what I want to see. I want to
Yeah,
experience that. I want to fall in love with a new character.
yes,
Every once
yes.
in a while, there's always this heartthrob of a movie. Everybody cannot forget the Chad Michael Murray. We can't forget these characters and the roles they played. I want to see something like that again. I want to fall in love with a particular character from a movie just because he was all that. The same way we all love Flynn Rider and we're hunting for the perfect Flynn Rider. I want to see that. I want to see a perfect Tiana. I won't say just because it is Tiana from Princess and the Frog, but I mean like I want to fall in love with the character the way I fell in love with Tiana. I want to fall in love with your story. I want to fall in love with your backstory, your dream, your goal, and the completion of your goal. Like, what about the little kids? What are they supposed to be looking forward to as opposed to the live action version of the cartoon their elder sister has already watched?
Yeah,
Like it's not bad. Like I said, we will watch these things, but you're losing your creative touch and you're not even trying to hunt for it. You're not trying to fix it. Off campus is a big example of the fact that if they tried a little bit harder, we would come and we will come in bulk.
yes, we would. The last thing I want to add is that if you're going to make these movies, if you're going to remake these movies, at the very least, please take your time.
Take your
Don't rush into
time.
it. Don't think, they need to move publish it now. We need to bring it out. It needs to be in theaters by the end of summer. Like, no, please, 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 take your time. Don't rush. Because if you give us something that's rushed, we're not going to enjoy it, and that viewership you're looking for will defeat. That viewership, the community, the
The
fandoms,
fans.
the likes, the virality of it, you'd completely miss that if you rush it. Just take your time. We're not rushing you. We're not holding you to your neck. Please
No.
release this now. Immediately, like, no, please take your time.
Like learn from those who made Spider-Man into the multiverse. Learn from them. Like, granted, we're waiting a little too long though, but like
Good
the
reason though.
fact
I don't
that
want to
that
watch
is a
anything else.
very
Not it. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Take a
exactly
moment of
it.
your time,
People
babe.
are like they are accepting of the wait because they know they're expecting something good. This was
Yes.
an original story, mind
Yes.
you. Like, it was something that, although it was already existing in the comic books, that was an adaptation that came out, and people who have never read the comic books, like myself, fell in love with the storyline they were pushing for us in the book, in the movie. Sorry. So when they came out and said they were going to have a third movie, how many years in the waiting? We're willing to wait because you're going to give us something real good. So take your time, learn from the directors and the producers of that
Also
of
learn
that
from
movie,
movies of the past. Okay, don't
learn
be
from the
afraid to
movies
go
of
back
the
to the archives,
past.
y'all. Don't be afraid to go back to the
Check the
archives.
blueprints, check the
Find out what made it work.
exactly
What
made
made
it
people love it.
sell.
Yeah.
What made people like? Was it because we fell in love with the character? Because if that was the case, was it because she was stupid, witty, funny, whatever? Like, go back to your formula. Find something that can help us to really enjoy movies again. Like, your
Yes.
lack of creativity is not allowing us to enjoy movies the way we used to. And that's what I want. I don't want
Yeah.
just movie adaptations just because it's my favorite novel, or because my favorite comic, or it's because it's my favorite movie and you're doing me part two
Part two
slash
or part three.
three.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me something new.
Anyways, you
That comes to the
said all we
end.
wanted to say. Whatever topics you want us to discuss next time, please add it in the comment below.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.